Please pause for the moment of silence. Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
A local cheerleader who took initiative to sing a young boy's life.
And homecoming election results are in, and we have your prince and princesses as well as faculty duke and duchess.
It's cold outside this morning. Has winter arrived? We have your weather update.
Those stories plus PSAT details for next week. I'm Abby Franklin.
And I'm Cole Richardson, and NHSTV Live starts right now. Now, being a cheerleader takes knowing how to tumble and showing school spirit. But 17-year-old Tyra Winters just added CPR to that list. During their homecoming parade in Rockwall, Texas, Tyra Winters spotted a desperate mother calling for help as her 2-year-old son Clark was turning purple due to choking on a small piece of candy. Tyra quickly jumped to action, holding Clark and giving him the Heimlich. Clark's mother says that if it wasn't for Tyra, Clark would have died and not made it.
We'll be right back after this commercial brought to you by Student Council.
So, Mr. Spear, how did you prepare for homecoming in the 70s?
Well...
Here are the results from your faculty and underclassmen homecoming court. Freshman Prince and Princess Jacob Strong and Anaya Porter. Sophomore Prince and Princess Jonathan Wells and Maslin Simmons. Junior Prince and Princess Bakari Gwynyard and Landry Duke. Faculty Duke and Duchess Doug Castleberry and Layla Bailey. King and Queen voting will take place Tuesday through Thursday of next week, so be sure to put your votes in, and that will be announced during halftime during the game.
Next Wednesday, all students except seniors will be taking their PSATs. Here's Mr. Barnhart with the details.
Hi Texans, I'm Mr. Barnhart, and I'm going to be talking to you today about the PSAT test, which we will be taking on Wednesday, October 16th. And so this is for all freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. You all will be taking the PSAT test that day. And so the rooms that we're going to be in all the rooms on the 100, 200, 300, 400, 2100, 2200, and 2300 halls. On the 15th, you'll see postings in 3 areas. That's going to show you where to go. Also, your English teachers are going to have that information on Tuesday the 15th telling you where to go. But you can look at that information in the Mixmaster, the East and West entrance areas, and that information will be posted on the 15th, and so you'll know where to go on the 16th. And we're going to have an alternate bell schedule, which is going to be shown on display here in just a moment. But we are going to take the test from about 8:30. When the 8:30 bell rings, you're going to report to the classroom that you're designated to be in. You're going to be there until about 1:15, 1:30 taking the PSAT test, and then at that point we're going to have sack lunches. If you order a school lunch, the cafeteria is closed that day. There's going to be a sack lunch delivered to you and your room. Your ID will be charged, but your teacher will take a roll sheet that morning that's going to designate whether you need a school lunch or not that morning, and it'll be delivered to you. Then we're going to eat lunch in our testing room, and then we're all going to report to 7th period around 2:20, and then we'll go to 8th period shortly after that. You are allowed snacks. That is a long test. You are allowed snacks in the testing room. You just can't eat them during the test, but you're going to have some breaks that you can eat your snacks and drink your water and stuff like that during the test. And then also want to make some notes that the library and Java City will both be closed on Wednesday, October 16th for these tests. And so also make sure you have your student ID. You bring that to the testing room so that we can properly take attendance for this. And so what is the PSAT? It's a good practice test for the SAT. This is also where a lot of scholarship dollars come from. It's a good assessment for us to gauge your learning and so forth and help you with your class schedules and everything. But it's mainly just preparatory for college and then your ability to earn scholarships along the way and everything. So this is the information about the PSAT. There will be more information for seniors to come from the counselors, as seniors will be here that day, and you'll be involved in a senior blitz with some activities planned for you guys. Thank you, Texans. Have a great day.
Students, if you're interested to help out your senior class, then take your friends and family to Chili's in Roanoke between 10:45 a.m. and 10 p.m. next week. 20% of your ticket will be donated to the Northwest High School senior class.
Speaking of Chili's, it got really chilly outside. Ryan, what is happening with weather right now?
Yes, Cole, it is really chilly outside. We had a cold front that moved in last night, and it dropped our temperatures 30 degrees. It should be a pretty breezy and cold day with your rain temperatures and your rain chances not getting up a lot, but there should be a few popping up as the day goes on. Currently, your temps are in the low 40s, and through the day, your only high will get up into the 60s. There was a lot of cloud coverage that we had, but it should be decreasing as the day goes on. Moving to your weekend forecast. It should still be a pretty cool weekend with your temperatures not getting up into the 70s until Sunday. Monday should still be partly cloudy with your temperatures in the mid-80s. That's all I have for your 3-day weekend forecast, and I'll be back on Tuesday to tell you a little bit more about what your homecoming week will look like.
Even with the storms last night, our Texan football team still played in a district game. But I need to know, Shelby, did our Texans reign supreme?
Well, Abby, last night the Texan football team traveled to Fort Worth to take on O.D. Wyatt. The game started early at 6 p.m. to avoid the incoming weather. However, in the first half, the Texans were up 10-0 and the storm hit and did not let up. After a long delay due to lightning, the game was called and was final. Our guys will play again next week in our homecoming game against the Polytechnic Parrots at 7 o'clock. The Lady Texan volleyball team will take on the Denton Broncos tonight at 6:30 in Denton. And for you college football fans, the Red River matchup is this Saturday. At 11, the number 6 Oklahoma Sooners will take on the number 11 Texas Longhorns in their annual rival matchup. Last year, each played each other and both managed to grab a win. But predictions for tomorrow's game is anyone's guess. What do you guys think will happen? Tweet us at NHSTV your thoughts on the matchup. In the MLB playoffs, last night the Tampa Bay Rays took on the Houston Astros in Game 5. In the first inning, the Astros came off strong with this base hit to right center, allowing a run by Brantley. Then, Bregman would hit the ball all the way to the wall at right center field, allowing a two-run that scored Altuve and Bregman. The Astros would score again in the first inning on this rip down the baseline by Gurriel, which sent another Astro to score. Houston held off the Rays and finished the game off 6-1. Now, the Astros will take on the Yankees in the League Championship Series, which starts tomorrow evening. All right, I'll see you back here on Tuesday for a recap of all the events from our 3-day weekend.
We won't see you on Monday, but make sure to come dressed out old school style for Tuesday's dress-up day.
Have a great 3-day weekend, Texans.
This has been NHSTV Live.